Good morning. It is another fantastic day today, working on the wrecker. It is a nice, warm, sunny October day. Today's objective, the only thing I have going on for today that I would like to get done is paint. We got 6 cans of Rust-Oleum semi-gloss enamel. This is just a normal size can, nothing crazy. I want you guys to go in the comments right now and put down how many cans you think it's gonna take. I'm gonna guess it's gonna take 8. I got 6 here. I'll have to go get 2 more during lunch. That's my guess. But you let me know. We're painting the entire back of the truck. So boom, all the tubing, the side rails, underneath everything as well. So basically any raw metal on the back of this truck is gonna get black paint on it. One can down. So we have got everything painted aside from the top of the bench and the inside of the frame rails did not get done. Underneath this is done, the underside of the headache rack is done, the top of the headache rack is done, all the tubes are done. I'll probably go over and do some touch up, but the whole truck is black. The inside and outside of this is done. Outsides. The sides, like the face of it right here where the boom mounts, is not done. But back of the truck is also done. So you can see there's still some open tubes right there, and of course it's the top of the bench has not been done yet. And then the inside of that has not been done. Link bars are also not done, and the rear axle is not done. But I wasn't overly worried about those. Oh, and I got to get the front of the sliders done as well. But yeah. She's looking good. So I got all of that done with 5 cans of paint. I got the 6th one right here. Have not used it yet. This will be for the bench and the inside of the frame rails. But I'm thoroughly impressed with how far you can actually stretch these cans. I was not expecting that. I still think I might get 1 more while I'm out on lunch. Just in case, I'm not sure. Maybe not, I'll probably just use this guy and we'll see. But at least the majority is done. So I can start like running lines for like electrical lines and zip tie stuff up to places, and it's not going to be a super hard bear to paint later on. But for any of you guys who were worried about me not wearing a respirator while I was painting, it's a good worry to have. I should have been wearing a respirator, but I live in California, specifically SoCal, and the air quality is no better than paint fumes. So either way, I'm getting lung cancer no matter how you cut the cord. So it is what it is. Now, I have another part to the puzzle. The first call I did with the truck, if you remember in the last video, I think I told you guys, I ended up towing Josiah, which is the guy that helped me build the tip of the boom, the only guy that's ever worked on this truck. I towed his Tahoe home because he blew the transmission. He actually blew the torque converter. It exploded. But nonetheless, I towed him home. And when I got to his house, the fuel pump gave out. So that was nice. So I bought another fuel pump, $300 later, or $260 later, fuel pump. But this is the upgraded version from that one. We're gonna find out. I don't know if it continues to work longer than, I think I have 20 miles on the truck, then I'm gonna be cool. I'll be happy. And if it does not, then I will be not so happy. All right, there's a couple things we are learning right now. Either A, the truck does not weigh more than 4,000 pounds on the rear end, or B, the Harbor Freight cherry picker is definitely rated for more than 4,000 pounds. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the two. But we're spraying the bottom of the bench right now and all that stuff underneath there. And just now, here's what we got going on. We got 3 D-shackles holding up the truck. Now, I don't think they're gonna break, all right? But I'm gonna keep myself at least headwise below the yellow jack, so if this falls, I don't die. And you guys don't have to see it. I might crush a hand, I might lose an arm, but I'm not gonna die when that truck falls on me. Preferably it doesn't fall on me though. I know what you guys are probably thinking. I just went against what I said, but I risked it for the biscuit. Biscuit paid off. So when my dad and I did the brakes, we established that the first point of contact for the 4-link to whatever is going to be the upper links to the bottom of the bench. So to give you perspective, these guys are gonna hit the bottom of the bench before anything over here hits. And we just used numbers and kind of figured it out, but now I have the chance to squat the truck down and see what actually hits first. All right, I was incorrect. The first point of contact with the truck slammed is actually right there. The 4-link bar is, oh, it's not touching yet. Oh, incorrect again. We're gonna keep on going. She can go lower. I thought I heard it hit, but I was wrong. Hold on now, folks. I'm gonna drop this thing, watch. That's gonna be great. Hold on, oh boy. Nice and easy. Ah, there she is. So I have a straight edge here. This is about a 32nd of an inch thick. We're gonna go here. Hitting. Ooh, we're hitting on that one too. Okay, so the link bars down there are the problem. What about under the frame? Ooh, the under the frame ones are good. No problem there at all. Okay. And if you guys take a look, you can see the shadow just above, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it. Just above the link bars, right there. You see the little shadow, little gap? So the upper links are not hitting either. So my 4-link actually works out better than I thought. Now, Am I gonna flex out this hard? Probably not. But the coils, the way I have them set, the end of the barrel on the coil, so right here, which is where the shock shaft starts on the coilover, does sit higher than the frame. Now, sits higher than the frame about by a ½ inch, so in theory, actually that wouldn't even make sense, because it's still sitting on the top of the axle. So I'll never go this low, ever. I couldn't physically go this low if I wanted to. I could fully compress out the red coils. It'll never go as low as she is right now. But at least it's good to know that I can clear this. I'd like to think that I'm like somewhat strong, you know, like we got something here. These coils are so heavy. Like, I understand they're for big trucks and they're supposed to be holding a lot of weight and whatnot, but dear Lord, them suckers are not light. I learned something about the truck that I did not know prior to right now, is that the distance between this, the shock, and the inside of the frame on this side is narrower than the distance on this side. And the reason why I say that is because I can get my arm up inside of here and get the back nut on this one, and I can barely reach down. Like I can reach in here and like, I can touch the top. I can touch the top of the shock tower from the underside. On the other side, I cannot. I can barely get to the nut, to get the nut on. I hope you guys like that little couple second there cinematic video, if you will. A little movie, a little 30-second movie. It is crazy to have this truck painted. Like, I didn't think we were gonna get that done right now. I'm so glad we did it. The entire truck is back together. Brake line's back, zip tied up. We have, everything is back as it should be. So it's nice to know that I can start doing wiring and I won't have to like kind of move stuff around later to paint. The cab will get painted, but the cab will not get painted right now. That is definitely a farther out scenario. I want to drive the truck. I want to figure it out. I want to use it. I want to break it. I want to do things with it before I go and make it super shiny and super fancy just to make it all worse. But the bed was rusting. The bed needed to get done. And I can also just rattle can that anytime. If I scratch something on it, hit it with a can of paint, no big deal. Cab, not so much. Another part to the puzzle of the pieces. So I could not find a light bar. We're gonna put a amber light bar directly above that bar right there, okay? Now, here's the deal. I couldn't find one that fits, that was sexy and nice enough, or in general fit, because the truck has specific needs and requirements. So I found these little guys. And these are just like little lights that you would put on like maybe a construction vehicle or like a service vehicle. The only example I have in my head right now would be like a Spectrum electric truck or something of that nature. They have the little flashies on them. Well, we got 8 of them. But these guys just happen to be, I think they're 2.5 inches. They're actually, yeah, 2.5 inches wide, I think. If I'm not mistaken. They are, all right, I was super mistaken. They are 4.5. That's right, 4.5. And I have 8 of them, but I have enough to make a light bar that goes across the back out of these little doohickeys. Here she is. So it's just on a piece of flat stock, nothing crazy, nothing too wild. I've got 4 wired to 1 on both sides. This sucker is 40 inches wide from edge to edge, and there's about a 1/4 inch gap between each one with an inch gap on each side. And it is 1 1/8 inches high, which will fit perfect right above the backup light. Covers up that little gap right above the work light real nice. All right, so I've got power going inside the cab. The bus bars are hot, they're ready to rock and roll. Let me show you what's going on here. So this wiring came out good. I'm proud of it. So we have a green and a white coming off the battery right there. Then it goes down into the little hole that I had made, right, going into the cab. And then in the cab, we have just utter sexiness going on in here. So you have green and white coming out, and then they go down, nice angles all the way. Then obviously green goes to one bus bar, and the white one goes under green, over, and lands on the second bus bar. Looking real spiffy. So for those two hot wires, the green and the white, we just zip tied them on the inside center console because they didn't really need to follow all the chain links that I have. They just had to kind of like do their own little thing, go to each bar. But the chain links are there to basically give a guide for the large massive wires that are going through it, as opposed to just running a ton of zip ties. So I think I have like 3 or 4 of them under there right now for those hot wires, but otherwise it's looking real sexy. Please comment down below what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know. I want to hear it. It is another day working in the shop, and I have some fantastic news, okay? So with this wiring that I've been doing, I've been working on here, I'm not gonna say I don't know what I'm doing, but because I understand the logistics behind all of it and how it all works. But there's a point where it takes so long that you're like, you know, like I could genuinely mess this up and it may not work. But check this out, folks. Come up in here, you flip on that guy, blue light comes on, boom, side light is on. Would you look at that? Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I will say these blue lights are super bright, so that might be a problem at nighttime when we have, you know, these lights on here. That might become an issue. All right, I want to show you guys what's going on in here. So the white is going to be hot for all accessories. Okay, so that's positive for all accessories. So red is positive for all switches, white is positive for all accessories, but they're all coming out the little hole right there, right? Going up to the switches. And then under here, we've got, take a look here, folks. So under here, we have another ground block, which is directly above the drive shaft. Horrible placement. I had to drill one of them out. Pain in the butt. But anyways, wires coming through here to a chain link right there, and then wrap around and go to the block if need be. And then we have wires coming from over here, coming down and around. And we also have wires coming through this tube. And that tube runs the whole length of the truck to under the bench. And then you have a ton of wires under here. So we've got grounds, it's kind of off, it's kind of weird how they have it, but we have wires coming through here, back into the tube. And then let me show you guys. So, let me show you guys what we got here. Ready for this? We got that one, that one, that one, and we got that one. So, we have lights on the side, lights across the back, the whole backlight bar is lit up. We got brake lights, come on now. And then we also have lighting on the side. This side one's also lit up too. So, there she is right there. Boom! The brake lights look good though. Those are actually just the running lights. The brake light wires aren't there yet, so there's the running wire right there. Red is the brake, so it's just running lights right now. So I have some good news for you guys. First and foremost, if you're watching this video and it's nighttime or the place of your entertainment is in the dark, I apologize in advance for absolutely giving you an eye spasm. But check this out. We got the amber light bar working. Now, before I go and destroy you guys' eyeballs, once again, I warned you. Oh, it's so bad on the camera. Let me turn on all the lights. It might get better. Well, anyway, you guys can't really see that because it's so bright. But it is functioning.